so in love with you.
Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is going to be absolutely bonkers, you guys. With the inflation and interest rates surging, many buyers are either being priced out of the market or giving up on purchasing real estate altogether. The housing market appears to be shifting into a buyer's market a lot more quickly than most people anticipated. In turn, what that's doing is causing many sellers across the nation to start panicking. Now we're starting to see a lot more price cuts within days of being listed instead of months like normal. Now, this is great news if you're a buyer like me that's sitting on the sidelines waiting for the market to shift back into a buyer's market like it always does. Now, today what we're going to do is deep dive into an article from Orange County Register titled "Home Sellers Should Expect a Tide Shift as Interest Rates Rise." So we're going to deep dive and we're going to kind of look at and analyze what is happening in the selling side of things. Because as you guys know, I've been anticipating that this year, the fear of missing out is actually going to leave the buyer's market and start to head to the seller's market. So we're going to analyze that right now. But remember, you guys, I'm sharing with you my opinions and my experiences. I am not a financial advisor, although in my career, I am a realtor in Houston and a loan officer in Texas. And while you can, you guys, please like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and as always, comment. I personally, and as well as other people, learn from a lot of y'all's insights and experiences. So please continue to share with us all of those things. Now let's get started on this article right now. The article starts: as the price of gas, food, building materials, and electronics continues to climb, add in a hike in interest rates and volatility in stock market, and the tide begins to turn in the real estate market. The question becomes how quickly and to what degree these increases will influence home sales. And that is the question, y'all. We've been in a strong seller's market for almost 2 years. Sellers have benefited from having to do very little other than raise their hand to solicit multiple offers, many of which are over the list price. Buyers have had to fight tooth and nail to make their offers stand out, often making accommodations like granting sellers a 2-month rent back, usually for free, while they find another home. I did not know that sellers were asking for free leasebacks on houses. That is absolutely bonkers to me. I would never suggest a 2-month leaseback to the seller. That's really wild to me, you guys. Now, if you guys can, comment below and tell me how quickly you think it will take for the housing market to transition back into a buyer's market. So how long will that take, you guys? Comment below right now. Tell me what year you think it's going to turn back into a buyer's market, because remember what I said. I believe that's going to happen the end of 2022. So that's my guess. But you guys, if you can, comment below. Let me know what you think. Now let's continue on with this article right now. The article goes on. Whatever it takes has been the buyer's motto the past 2 years. While it is not as easy to measure the rudder of the real estate industry as it was to measure that of the Titanic, we've rarely seen the market turn around completely on a dime. So sellers will most likely remain in control as the market shifts, although that control will most likely loosen in coming months. This will mean moving to a more normal number of days on the market, something closer to 60 rather than 5 days, and perhaps a plateau in pricing rather than neck-bending, accelerating pace. Now, if you guys can, comment below and tell me if you think sellers will remain in control in 2023. Personally, you already know I don't think that's going to happen, but comment below. Tell me right now, do you think sellers will remain in control like they are right now in 2023? I think absolutely not. But I'm really curious to find out what y'all think about sellers remaining in control in this housing market, okay? Let's continue on with this article right now. For buyers in this market, get your pre-approval updated. Talk to the lender about the impact of a rate increase on your purchase power in terms of the monthly payment, down payment, and closing costs. A super smart move would be to anticipate additional rate fluctuations and have the lender run the numbers at a variety of different interest rates at a quarter-point interval. In any case, buckle up. This is likely going to be a bumpy ride. For sellers, there will be more pressure on price and condition. As for price, you want to shoot for market value, not above. Market value is what a similar house of yours just sold for, not 10% above that. And if the house that just sold was completely remodeled and yours is completely original, you need to adjust the price downward. And regardless of original or remodeled, you'll have to pay attention to clutter and cleanliness. Okay, you guys, so the first thing is as we move further into 2022, sellers are going to have to start listing their houses at more reasonable prices, not 10% over market value and expect multiple offers at that price. That is changing, and that is changing right now. Now, obviously, it hasn't hit every single city and metro area across the nation, but we're starting to see things to come. Thank you, Jesus. Finally, that's starting to happen. Now, also, it is also a good idea to stay prepared, right? Because if you're financially ready to buy a house, gear up, continue to talk with your loan officer to get really important information like payment and out-of-pocket expense, which is in my mind two of the most important pieces of information that you should know prior to making an offer on a home. So again, how much is it going to cost you every single month for 30 years? And how much is it going to cost you out of your pocket to move in? Have a great relationship with your loan officers. Loan officers are really important when it comes to giving you information on exactly how much your house is going to cost. Your realtor is more important when it comes to the actual negotiation of purchasing that house. Do you guys see the difference? Let's continue on with this article right now. The article finishes out, and then be patient. Realize that buyers are recalibrating and recalculating. If you don't get 6 offers while your house is in the coming soon status, don't panic. It's not the end of the world. It's just the market adjusting to the world. We'll just have to see how quickly things change. Once again, you guys, comment below. Let me know how quickly you think the market is going to transition back into a buyer's market, if at all. I still run into people that can't even fathom the market cooling down or adjusting or anything but prices going up. Those people really astonish me, but they're, some of those people, it's very rare though. Some of those people actually have points that they try to make and data they try to reference to support their point. And by all means, no one knows exactly what's going to happen. So I always welcome the data, but usually it just seems like they're emotional and they speak from emotions instead of facts, reality, and data, right? Now, I want to conclude this video right now, guys, with some opinions that I formulated while reading this article. Now, as far as the market crash, you guys, this market is unlike 2008. I believe the market of 2022 is much more artificially inflated and weaker than the 2008 housing market. Therefore, I think the housing crash and correction is going to be a lot swifter, but I also don't think it's going to last as long. Where the last one maybe lasted about 4 years, I suspect this one may last about 2 years and be way quicker, way more damaging in a much shorter amount of time. So let's look out for that. And also, you guys, continue to stay prepared as we move further into the year and into 23. Continue to rebudget, but more specifically, continue to have your financing in order when it comes to actually purchasing the real estate, like your loan, right? So show love to loan officers, continuously talk to them, send them in, updated information. A lot of times they ask for updated paycheck stubs and things of that nature that has to do with your debt to income ratio. So show some love to your loan officers, stay ready, because it's going to turn into a buyer's housing market. The question is how quickly will that happen, and how much will sellers start to panic? Now, I'm going to end this video right now. As always, I appreciate you guys taking this journey with me. Send me some articles if you're interested in me going over them. And as always, if you guys are out there investing in real estate, I wish you luck and I hope you win.